Hi, it's Raj here. Video number 2 actually. I haven't done another video since I did the first one. So the first one, which I'll leave a link to below in the description, was about forming habits, and I don't want to go back over all that again, but the bottom line is gyms are closed. I'm back at the golf course and I seem to be recording these videos when there's a full shutdown, full lockdown, which we're back in again. The beard's grown quite a bit. Hey, it's winter, so you've got to do everything you can to sort of keep warm. It's quite cold today. So watch the video. It's about habit, and the bottom line is I stopped going to the gym because of COVID. I don't want to be exposed unnecessarily to people. So and of course in the last video I mentioned all the problems I've had, especially on my right hand side, on my right leg: sciatica, twisted ankle which still hasn't gone away, Achilles tendonitis, hamstring. All the action is down the right side. So I tried to run a while ago on concrete pavements, and it took me weeks to recover because of just problems, particularly down the right side. So as I've been telling I do quite a lot of property mentoring, and as I've been telling my clients now for the last couple of weeks, is that at times like these, whether it's health or property, it's not ideal, of course it isn't, but I want everyone to sort of focus on what they can do and not focus on what they can't, because if you focus on the latter, which is being regulated by the government, I think you'll just get into a spiral of sort of inaction. So I decided that actually, okay, I can't go to the gym. What can I do? Can I run? No, not really. Can I though? So as I showed in my last video, grass is the answer. And also, to form a habit, you have to do things incrementally. You just can't wake up one morning and just go for it, because the habit won't last. So as I described in the last video, I'm using something called an interval timer. And basically when I decided to start running as a way to keep fit, get out, all that sort of stuff, and actually long term might even help strengthen my Achilles and my hamstring, I decided not to just go for a 40-minute run and then suffer in silence for the next few weeks. I decided to just incrementally increase what I was doing, and in the very first attempt was just a 30-minute quick walk around this golf course, obviously avoiding the golfers if they were there. There is a 10-minute walk to get here. I'm in Nottingham, so this is very close to my house. So 10-minute walk to get here, 30 minutes, quick walk around the course, and then 10 minutes walk back. So when I recorded the last video, I said, look, I'm going to use this interval timer and incrementally increase that 30 minutes I was spending here to 32 in week 1, 34, 36, 38, and get to 40. So in combination with the walk from to and from home, that'll be an hour. But also, rather than just walking, incrementally using the interval time, and I'll leave another little link on the interval timer as I did last time. Rather than just walk for 32 minutes, I decided to step it up and actually walk for a minute and then jog for a minute. So basically stick 16 reps. So you get the idea. So, and I mentioned in the last video, the ultimate goal for me, if I can get there and target, is to be able to jog for 40 minutes. Now, I'm pretty fit. I've got a fairly decent set of lungs, so the fitness and the lung capacity isn't the problem. I could easily do a run today for 40 minutes, a jog for no problem. What will happen is my joints and my muscles, because of previous problems, they will take ages to recover. And then how can you keep up to a habit if you're only doing it once every 3 weeks? So that's why it's an incremental change, not a wholesale, let's do it and then not do anything for another month, basically. So 40 minutes is the ultimate target, and it's an incremental move to that. So I did get to 40 minutes, as I described in the last video. 40 minutes on this golf course, where it was a walk for a minute, quick walk, brisk walk, jog for a minute, walk, etc., etc. So when I got to 40, and winter was approaching, obviously, hence the beard, I thought, well, what shall I do? How can I change this now to move towards my goal, but without getting really silly about it, because that's probably not going to help me. So what I decided to do, actually, and it might sound bizarre, but I'll explain. I went back from 40 to 32. Hey, we're going backwards. Okay, that's not what we do in life, do we? We go forwards. So, but the 32, which was last week, so we're on week 2 of this new cycle, the 32-minute sort of workout here wasn't a minute walk and a minute run. It actually became a minute and a half jog and a 30-second walk. So I'm actually expending more energy, getting fitter, because I'm actually jogging more. So the ratio has changed. So it's just a quick video just to give you an update. I haven't gone away, it's still working. Did I miss any days? Look, if I was being dishonest with you, I would say everything's lovely and fine. But actually, when I got to the first round of 40 minutes, things were aching, okay? But the beauty is that 48 hours, because I'm doing this on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, today's a Friday, 48 hours after the previous sort of round of exercise here, it was fine again, you know, and because I'm doing it incrementally, it's not any more than about 48 hours. So 32 minutes a week ago became a minute and a half jogging, 30 seconds of walk, okay? Obviously there's a, 2 minutes sort of cycle, repeated 16 times, and obviously there's the walk here and the walk back. You could call those the warm up and the warm down if you really want to put a label on it. So this is week 2 of the new regime where I'm jogging more, walking less, and I thought I'd just give you an update. The habit is forming. I think it'll actually have a really positive effect for me when I go back to the health centre where I am a member, and even though I do go to the gym there, I'm more fascinated by the racket sports, which, as you know, are all played on hard surfaces. So I do go and do those sort of things like tennis, squash and badminton, but I suffer because probably my muscles are not geared up. So this will really help. I think it'll behind the scenes, I'm sure all the muscles I've mentioned, the joints I've mentioned, are being strengthened. So we're on the last day. It's a Friday. On the last day of this sort of new cycle, I'm on 34 minutes, and of course that's a minute and a half jog, 30 seconds of run, etc, etc. And what am I going to do when we get to 40? Obviously, because next week for 3 days it'll be 36 minutes, then 38, and then we'll hit the magic 40, okay, of combining a 1.5 minute jog, 30 seconds walk. What am I going to do at 40? Look, I don't have to make the decision right now, okay? I'm going to have to think about it, assess where my joints and muscles and stuff like that are, but there will be an incremental increase, not in the time. So I'm kind of hoping there'll be more jogging and less walking. But third video, which will be in a few weeks, so you won't get anything for a few weeks, because obviously I'm behind the scenes, I'm cracking on with it. Did I miss any days? Sorry, I forgot to mention. Yes, I did, okay? I really hate running in the rain, and on a couple of consecutive Fridays, it was absolutely pelting it down. There was standing water everywhere. So I just left it and, went the day later because if I get caught in the rain, fine. Like today, it's drizzling a bit, it might get worse. But I don't want to step outside my house when it's absolutely pelting it down. So I didn't those days. But hey, it's easy to just shift it. So that's it for today. The habit's going well. It's aching, I'm hurting, but we'll see. Next video, I'll give you an update of where I am. In the meantime, keep working on those habits that you can do and not worry about the things that you can't. So this is Raj Berry here, signing off until the next video.